In the shadow of Japan's post-war transformation into a peaceful nation, there lies a deliberately buried secret that challenges everything the world thinks it knows about Japanese military innovation during the 20th century. This is the story of the Arisaka rifle, a weapon so advanced and so effective that it terrified Allied forces across the Pacific, yet so politically inconvenient that Japan itself has spent decades trying to erase it from memory. Far from being the crude, outdated weapon that popular history suggests, the Arisaka was a masterpiece of engineering that incorporated revolutionary design principles, manufacturing techniques, and ballistic innovations that were years ahead of their time. From the mountains of Manchuria to the jungles of the Pacific Islands, from the trenches of World War I to the final desperate battles of World War II, the Arisaka carved out a legacy of precision, reliability, and devastating effectiveness that Allied intelligence services desperately tried to suppress. This isn't just another story about a forgotten rifle. This is the untold chronicle of how Japanese ingenuity created a weapon that redefined infantry combat, influenced modern rifle design, and became so associated with Japan's militaristic past that the nation chose to bury its technological achievements rather than acknowledge its wartime innovations. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel right now for more incredible secrets of war that reveal the hidden truths behind the weapons that shaped history. The Arisaka's story begins in the late 19th century, when Japan, emerging from centuries of isolation, faced the urgent need to modernize its military to compete with Western powers that had already demonstrated their technological superiority. The man chosen to lead this critical mission was Colonel Nariakira Arisaka, a brilliant engineer and military strategist who understood that Japan's survival as an independent nation depended on developing weapons that could match or exceed anything produced by European or American manufacturers. Working with a team of Japan's finest engineers and metallurgists, Arisaka set out to create not just another military rifle, but a complete weapons system that would incorporate the best features of existing designs while introducing revolutionary innovations that would give Japanese forces a decisive advantage on the battlefield. The result was the Type 30 rifle, introduced in 1897, which became the foundation for a family of weapons that would serve Japanese forces for over half a century and establish Japan as one of the world's leading military technology innovators. What made the Arisaka truly revolutionary was its approach to strength and reliability, characteristics that were absolutely essential for the harsh conditions where Japanese forces would be fighting. The rifle's action was built around a massive, incredibly strong bolt that could withstand pressures and stresses that would destroy other contemporary rifles, allowing it to fire more powerful cartridges with greater accuracy and at higher velocities than virtually any other infantry weapon of its era. The metallurgy used in Arisaka construction was years ahead of its time, incorporating advanced steel alloys and heat treatment processes that resulted in a weapon of exceptional durability and longevity. Perhaps most importantly, the Arisaka was designed from the ground up to function reliably in extreme conditions, from the frozen battlefields of Manchuria to the humid, corrosive environments of tropical Pacific islands, where other rifles would quickly become unreliable or completely inoperable. The first major test of the Arisaka came during the Russo-Japanese War of 1904-1905, where it proved its worth against one of the world's most powerful military forces. Japanese soldiers armed with Arisaka rifles demonstrated a level of marksmanship and combat effectiveness that shocked international observers, consistently outperforming Russian forces equipped with what were considered to be superior European weapons. The rifle's exceptional accuracy at long range allowed Japanese infantry to engage Russian positions from distances that rendered return fire ineffective, while its reliability in the harsh Manchurian winter meant that Japanese soldiers could depend on their weapons even in conditions that caused other rifles to malfunction. Reports from this conflict began to circulate among military observers worldwide, describing the devastating effectiveness of Japanese rifle fire and the superior performance of the Arisaka in combat conditions. These early successes established Japan's reputation as a serious military power and demonstrated that Asian nations could produce weapons technology that rivaled or exceeded anything developed in the West. During World War I, the Arisaka's reputation continued to grow as Japanese forces used the rifle in various theaters of operation, consistently demonstrating its superiority over other contemporary weapons. The rifle's performance in the Siege of Qingdao and other Pacific operations provided valuable combat data that Japanese engineers used to further refine and improve the design, leading to the development of the Type 38 rifle, which incorporated numerous improvements based on battlefield experience. The Type 38 Arisaka became one of the most successful military rifles ever produced, combining exceptional accuracy, reliability, and ease of manufacture in a way that few other weapons have ever achieved. International military observers studying captured Arisaka rifles were amazed by the sophistication of their design and the quality of their manufacture, leading to significant influence on rifle development programs in multiple countries. The Arisaka's impact on World War I extended beyond its direct military use, as its design principles and manufacturing techniques were studied and adopted by weapons manufacturers around the world. The true extent of the Arisaka's advanced design becomes apparent when examining its ballistic performance and ammunition system. The 6.5 50mm Arisaka cartridge was a masterpiece of ammunition design, providing exceptional accuracy and penetration while producing minimal recoil and muzzle flash, characteristics that made it ideal for the precision shooting techniques that became central to Japanese military doctrine. The cartridge's ballistic coefficient was superior to most contemporary military ammunition, allowing it to maintain velocity and accuracy at extended ranges while producing less barrel wear and requiring less frequent cleaning than other rifles. Japanese ballisticians had created an ammunition system that prioritized accuracy and consistency over raw stopping power, a philosophy that would later influence the development of modern military cartridges and prove to be years ahead of its time. The combination of the Arisaka's precision-manufactured barrel and its sophisticated ammunition system resulted in a weapon capable of accuracy that was virtually unmatched by any other military rifle of its era. When World War II erupted in the Pacific, the Arisaka faced its ultimate test against Allied forces equipped with what were considered to be the world's most advanced military rifles. In jungle warfare, mountain combat, and island-hopping campaigns, the Arisaka consistently proved its superiority in accuracy, reliability, and effectiveness, earning the grudging respect of Allied soldiers who faced it in combat. American and British military reports from the Pacific Theater consistently noted the exceptional marksmanship of Japanese soldiers and the devastating effectiveness of Arisaka rifle fire, particularly in defensive operations where the rifle's accuracy could be fully utilized. The weapon's performance in the hands of Japanese snipers was particularly noteworthy, as they achieved legendary status with documented kills at ranges that seemed impossible to Allied observers. The psychological impact of facing Japanese marksmen armed with Arisaka rifles was significant, creating a new dimension of battlefield fear that influenced Allied tactics and strategy throughout the Pacific campaign. Perhaps the most remarkable aspect of the Arisaka's World War II service was its performance in the final desperate battles of the war, where Japanese forces used every advantage their superior rifles could provide. In the battles of Iwo Jima, Okinawa, and other Pacific strongholds, The Arisaka's accuracy and reliability proved crucial in Japanese defensive strategies, allowing small numbers of defenders to inflict casualties far out of proportion to their numbers. Allied forces consistently reported that Japanese rifle fire was more accurate and effective than anything they had encountered in the European theater, leading to tactical adaptations and equipment modifications specifically designed to counter the Arisaka's advantages. The rifle's performance during these final battles was so impressive that Allied intelligence services began intensive studies of captured weapons, leading to significant advances in American and British rifle technology in the post-war period. The lessons learned from facing the Arisaka in combat influenced the development of modern military rifles and tactical doctrines that are still in use today. The post-war period marked the beginning of a deliberate campaign to minimize and obscure the Arisaka's technological achievements and military effectiveness. As Japan transformed itself into a pacifist nation focused on economic development rather than military power, the government and society began a systematic effort to distance themselves from the weapons and technologies that had made their wartime military so effective. The Arisaka, as one of the most visible symbols of Japanese military capability, became a particular target of this historical revisionism, with official histories and educational materials consistently downplaying its significance and effectiveness. This deliberate forgetting was motivated by both domestic political considerations and international diplomatic needs, as Japan sought to rebuild its relationships with former enemies and establish itself as a peaceful member of the international community. The result was a systematic erasure of one of the most significant military technological achievements in Japanese history. The influence of Arisaka design principles can be seen in virtually every modern military rifle, though this connection is rarely acknowledged or discussed. The rifle's emphasis on strength and reliability influenced the development of post-war military rifles around the world, while its manufacturing techniques became industry standards that are still used today. The ballistic principles pioneered in Arisaka ammunition design contributed to the development of modern military cartridges, including some that are still in widespread use. Even the ergonomic considerations that went into the Arisaka's stock design and sight placement can be traced through the evolution of military rifles to the present day. The weapon's modular approach to manufacturing and maintenance became a fundamental principle of modern rifle design, though few people realize the Japanese origins of these concepts. The technological legacy of the Arisaka extends far beyond its direct military applications, as many of its innovations were adopted by civilian sporting rifles and hunting weapons, spreading its influence even further through the global firearms industry. Today, military historians and weapons experts are beginning to recognize the Arisaka's true place in the history of military technology, despite decades of deliberate obscuration and historical revisionism. Far from being the crude, outdated weapon that popular misconceptions have portrayed, the Arisaka emerges as one of the most advanced and influential military rifles ever created, a weapon whose innovations quietly revolutionized infantry combat and influenced the development of modern military technology. Its story serves as a powerful reminder that technological excellence can emerge from any nation and that political considerations often obscure historical truth. The Arisaka didn't just serve Japanese forces. It helped establish the principles and standards by which modern military rifles are designed and manufactured, proving that innovation and excellence transcend national boundaries and political ideologies. The deliberate effort to forget this remarkable weapon represents one of the most successful campaigns of historical revisionism in modern times, but the truth about its technological achievements and military effectiveness can no longer be hidden. If this revelation about the Arisaka's true technological significance and Japan's deliberate effort to erase its memory has opened your eyes to a hidden chapter of military history, please make sure to hit that like button and share your thoughts in the comments below. What surprised you most about the Arisaka's advanced design and its influence on modern military technology? Do you think other nations have similarly tried to forget their wartime innovations? We'd love to hear your perspective on this incredible story of technological achievement and historical amnesia. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more secrets of war and hidden histories that reveal the true stories behind the weapons and technologies that shaped our world. Ring that notification bell so you never miss an episode, because we're committed to uncovering the forgotten innovations and suppressed truths that deserve recognition. Join us as we continue to explore the fascinating, often deliberately hidden stories that lie beneath the surface of military history, one incredible secret at a time.